I welcome you all for the third module of networking for introduction to Internet of Things for core engineering. So in this session, we are going to see about what are the different OSI layers and what are its functionality in each and every layers, and also we'll be seeing about the TC and IP layer, how important this TCP and IP layer and MANET and a packet capture demo. So what is actually happening when we connected with a particular server, which will be actually we will be using a particular software to look it over, and we are going to peek into that what is how the data is being transmitted and how what type of protocol we are going to use and everything we are going to see in this particular lecture. The OSI layers has a 7 open system interconnection based layers. We'll be naming it as it is a basic of communication for any networks. It starts with the physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and the seventh layer is application layer. So the application layer is where the human is getting interfaced, which will be looking as an certain application in a computer. So that the data what we are looking is actually the actual data. So that these data will be communicated over the network by following these 7 layers. For example, if we take a presentation layer, it ensures the data in the usable format, and it is where the data encryption occurs. So all the encryption that has been made by the sender, it is being decrypted over here. In case of sending from the your source to the destination, it will be all the data that will be encrypted. The basic encryption will be made in the presentation layer. The session layer, it maintains a connection to where it has to be, the data has to be reached. So it is responsible for controlling the ports and sessions. So each and every protocol will follow the certain ports will be made, and the port has to be open so that only the data can be communicated, and otherwise if the port is being closed, the data won't be communicated. So this is the MQTT. For example, there are different protocols we'll be looking over in IoT. The MQTT will be following a different kind of ports, and QoAP has a different kind of port. So if you want to access through MQTT communication protocol, you need to access through the particular port that where the MQTT is being configured. So next one is the transport layer. It transmits the data using the transmission control, including the TCP and UDP. That is, TCP is for the wired based and UDP is for the wireless based communication. So the transport layer is where the TCP based communication has been maintained. So next was in the network layer. So where the IP based communication, it decides which physical path the data will take. So next one is the data link layer, which defines a format of data on the particular network. So what kind of data has to be forwarded in the particular network has to be maintained in the data link layer. The last one is the physical layer. It transmits the data in terms of zeros and ones. So that is the signal or not signal. That is the 5 volt or 0 volt. So whichever network medium we are going to use, the voltage level will get varied. So this is what all about the OSI layers. So for any type of networking, we will be following this particular OSI layers. So transmission and IP, the 7 layers are being configured as an application layer, TCP and UDP, and IP and data link. These 4 layers will be looked over. So the protocol stack used in the network, internet, the TCP and UDP are at the top. The app to app communication will be maintained in the particular TCP and UDP in the transport layer. The IP used at a network layer is host to host based communication. The 4 layers total it's similar to the OSI layers. These are the 4 layers based IP and TCP based communication. So the application layer, the protocol that is directly supports application. So for example, for a mail communication, we'll be using the SMTP for mail communication, and HTTP for web-based communication, and line printer daemon is for printing. There are a lot many protocols as being used in the application layers for different applications. It's around 150 or around 60. It's a lot many application protocols are there. Application layer. This is an example of an application layer. The HTTP response message transmitted in response to a request from a web page will be get, get is the requesting for a particular web page through HTTP protocol. So if it is being successfully the data being resolved from the response, will be getting the HTTP slash the version 200 is the code, and OK is the successfully being received. The date at what time it is being received, the server, which kind of server we are receiving the data, and the e-tag, what kind of e-tag is a certain kind of a tag mechanism, and whether we are receiving in terms of bytes, and what is the byte length, and what connection is whether the connection is open or closed. So the status will be indicated over here, and the content type is whether text or HTML, it will be indicated. So it is the response message body. This is actually the response message body. So this is the response header, and this is the status line, whether it is received or not, and the response message header is combination of all these things. So this is actually the message. So this is how the HTTP response will be there. So mobile ad hoc network, it is a self-configuring network of a mobile or a host or router. So it's connected by the wireless links, often connected to a wired LAN via access point, and common for IoT devices. There are a lot of issues in the MANET, since it is moving from one location to the another location in a regular manner, in a repetitive manner. So there is different issues has been developed based upon power, budget, and data rate and security. Um, the power budget, the mobile devices are power constrained, mostly power constrained devices, mostly it is battery operated one. The battery is the heaviest component. The standard LAN protocol must be modified. The data rate is a wireless bandwidth is lower than the wired. So the bandwidth cost power. So too much of bandwidth usage will cost consumes a lot much power in the particular MANET communication. The security, the power is not available for complex security. So no encryption and antivirus has been in the available for a MANET based communication. So this is being a serious step for a MANET based communication. So networking program in practice, we'll be writing the code at the application level. So lower level is handled by the library function. We cannot able to write through which kind of communication and which kind of data link has to be followed. That's not all. We're not going to do that thing. We'll be configure those things by using the simple MQTT start and MQTT end. Such kind of function based mechanism will be writing the program. So for example, the send message functions create the TCP and IP message and transmit it. The receive message receives the TCP and IP message and return the content. So that is what and these two are the functions which will handle the task of transmission and reception, transmission and reception. So we'll be writing the code only as a functional functions to transmit our data and receive our data. So the other headaches will be look after by the computer itself. So that's all about the basic internet structure and how we will be writing the program for configuring a particular network and the particular protocol in a network. So that's all about the today's class, and we'll be looking over about the packet demo in a separate video. And thank you all.